Meek Mill, ever since that time, has made his life mission to try to make sure that I don't exist in hip hop.
Part of the world and had them speaking on these little, cause some of these bloggers, like we need some fly bloggers too. Let's talk about it. We need some fly bloggers, cause most of these bloggers, they on these blogs and they speaking on like our culture and they don't know anything about it and they tuning in and some of them got influence. Like I don't know, if you watch this little pages you watch, you might see Akademiks page. You'll see they post everybody's album. They ain't gonna post no Meek Mill album. There's a lot of them they ain't posting my album, man. You know, when we see it, we have a little talk about it.
What Meek is saying, I find disrespectful. If Meek saw me and say I had like a girl, right? Me and a girl coming out of that club, and it was him and all them niggas. What do you think would happen?
What the fuck did DJ Akademiks? We should be shaking this page the fuck down. How many niggas you got killed? How many people died from street beef from this page? You ain't do a big charity giving away.
What's good, y'all? So I know a couple weeks ago, DJ Akademiks and Meek Mill had a private conversation that ended their 6-year-long beef. And a lot of people probably didn't realize that they even had issues that long and how personal it started to get on both sides outside of music. We'll probably never see another beef between a rapper and a blogger like this that went beyond music and could have gotten ugly or someone in prison again. This is the history of DJ Akademiks and Meek Mill beef, from how it started to it being the truth.
I have to worry about me posting you. I don't care about posting you. You do nothing for me. You don't give me no money. Atlantic never gave me no money to post you. I don't give 2 fucks.
Look, Akademiks. If we was in a room and you was talking to me like that and you screaming like that, that would not take place. What you doing right now, what you doing on the internet, the way you do it, yeah, it's like...
It all started back in 2015 during the Drake and Meek Mill beef. With Akademiks being a rap media outlet, he would post both rappers on his page. But Meek Mill and his team didn't like the way Akademiks would post Meek. Like, if he posted a new snippet of Meek Mill, the caption would be like, is this fire or is it trash? And since Meek lost the beef to Drake, people would clown him under DJ Akademiks' comment section, whether the snippet was good or not. Meek's manager would have a private conversation about this, trying to relate what happened on the internet to the streets.
Meek is a comment thug. Niggas don't like me? Wait, why you even give niggas a chance to not like me, son? What? Why you asking if my shit fire or shit? You should just tell them it's fire. Huh? Bro, I ask if everybody's shit's fire. These guys are common thugs. They would call me and they would say, Akademiks, yo, you're like, could you do something about the bots in your comment section? Now, like, there's bots, like, a lot of bots on Instagram now. But back in 2015, I was like, huh? I was like, what do you mean bots? He's like, I think Drake is paying bots to spam L's, not only my comment section, but anytime you post me. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, no, those aren't bots. Those are actually my audience. Like, they actually think you caught an L. He's like, no. Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, yo, in the streets, and I remember even a very vivid conversation. I reminded, like, his manager, I said, bro, y'all keep bringing everything back on the internet and calling it the streets. This is a rap battle that's literally being dictated by memes and who could get roasted more.
It's crazy to me because I would have thought that Meek understood kids trolling him online as big as he was. Meek started to feel some type of way again towards Akademiks when he posted his first week sales to his EP that he dropped, with him saying, I gotta follow this page and keep my eyes on y'all. This like a mumble rap promo page. Then Meek Mill would later tell Akademiks to not post him on his page no more, just for a year later to call him out for not posting about him or his new album.
Like, I don't know, if you watch this little pages you watch, you might see Akademiks page. You'll see they post everybody's album. They ain't gonna post no Meek Mill album.
Meek's main problem with Ak was not what Ak was saying or even post about him, but it was a comment section that kept clowning Meek Mill. Their issues would settle down for a couple years due to Meek Mill finding the case he had. In late 2018, Ak would repost a tweet Meek posted on Twitter, and again Meek told him to not post him on his page ever again. Akademiks got on Twitch to express his frustration and expose him and his team for picking the weak targets, such as himself, Quentin Miller, and Safari.
And you could beat up everybody in the fucking world you want, nigga, but you look cornier. Because the people who you should beat up, you never beat up. You could beat up Quentin Miller, bloggers, journalists. Oh, I can't wait till You see all them tweets that he's sending, he can't wait till they run to people. He not talking about no street niggas. He talking about if he run to a nigga like Safari or Akademiks.
I was so curious on why Meek targeted Akademiks so aggressively when he was just doing his job. A Meek Mill affiliate named O'Malley would post a gun on his Instagram threatening Akademiks, which is arguably one of the most coward things he could have done, considering Meek was beefing with other street dudes without that same energy. Akademiks would clap back at Meek, saying that Drake killed and revived his career with the song Going Bad, and it being the reason why his album sold so much. Akademiks and Meek would have their first conversation on Clubhouse, where things went left, but Meek's point of the conversation was him blaming Akademiks for instigating and antagonizing street beefs on his page, and Akademiks' point of view of the conversation was to understand Meek's frustration with him and try to make peace. But throughout the whole conversation, you can tell Meek had no respect for Akademiks or his platform, calling it irrelevant and a small blogging website. Meek kept telling Akademiks that he doesn't need him for promo. He's a big dog in his rap game.
Your standpoint. What I'm saying is you're not that relevant. You have a small site like a small blog. I'm not here to reason with you. You don't hold no fucking weight. When you see me, you can't do nothing. Look, that's why I always do that. When I talk shit to you, it's a statement to let people know that this site don't mean shit. This shit ain't gonna slow you down. I want other artists to know that you don't have to reason with Akademiks. You don't have to do shit for clout. But look though, look, you started this movement. You don't have to do shit for clout. Listen though.
I did nothing but grow. No, hold on. I'm as big because you come in here acting like you're the biggest rapper on earth. Calm down, my brother. Let me just calm you down. You might be the biggest in here, but calm down, okay?
These comments towards Ak would not go over his head. Ak probably went into the Clubhouse conversation thinking him and Meek would solve their issues, but perhaps it made things worse. The main thing Akademiks was so upset about was when Meek Mill said he could have posted his address.
Akademiks, you just posted about me. I got your address. The reason why I could have just posted your address today. I won't even bully you like that.
Yes, you heard that right. Meek told Akademiks he could have posted his address and he know where he lives. After those comments, Ak really felt some type of way towards Meek Mill. He really wanted to get in a boxing ring and fade with him. Ak was done with the talk Meek was always trying to do to him, and says Meek pick his battles with certain people to try to prove he's still gangster.
I'm just trying to tell you, stop the tough talk, because if you were gonna do something, you wouldn't be tweeting it. You wouldn't be announcing it. But of course, you're only doing that because you want people to see you as gangster. But you're 37, or whatever the fuck you are, to talk gangster in front of 5,000 people on Clubhouse that later went on to see millions. I wonder what the fuck Meek Mill's end goal is. I've offered, me and Meek Mill can box any day. We can get up in the celebrity boxing, but I forgot. He said he's 170 pounds. He don't box. I forgot, right? So he don't want to box.
Akademiks will also become more critical of his recent attempts for a big single, saying that he fell off his next album after championships won't be as successful without a Drake feature. Leading up to Meek's next album called Expensive Pain, Akademiks say he wouldn't post about it or have a listening party for it the day it dropped. Usually when a big artist drop an album, Ak will throw a listening party on Twitch to celebrate it. But Akademiks held on to the big dog talk Meek was talking about him Clubhouse. He wanted to make an example out of Meek if his album flopped, to let not only the fans know but also other rappers that they needed page like Akademiks to cover him to stay relevant.
So that's really the current on that. So if you ask me about a listening party for Meek tonight, I'm not trying to do a listening party for Meek. If I streamed, I wouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
When Meek Mill's album came out, there wasn't that much noise or hype about it, and the sales would show it only selling 95K in the first week, which is good for an artist with no context, but it's terrible for Meek after claiming he was a big dog, and it's a massive flop from his last album selling around 230,000 in the first week. Akademiks went live on Twitch to clown Meek hard for not even selling 100K.
You talking like you the biggest boss, you run shit, you canceling niggas, we gotta get niggas out here for the culture, and you sold under 90,000? What? We gon' have.
And Akademiks' theory about Meek's sales seems more valid now, considering that with a Drake feature he could sell 200K plus, but without a Drake feature he can't even crack 100K. About 2 weeks later, Ak will reveal him and Meek had a private conversation with 21 Savage being the middleman. And finally, after so many years of this beef, which started off petty and got more personal during time, ended.
People, and I'm saying it exclusively on here, Akademiks and Meek Mill are not at odds. We have gotten to a place where there's a truce.
Personally, in this whole situation, I feel like Akademiks handled himself extremely well. He showed us rap fans that bloggers also have a voice too, that's strong as, if not more powerful than the rappers do. He didn't bow down to Meek bullying him, he stood toe to toe with him. And Meek, he looked it terrible in the whole situation and in the aftermath when he was copping pleas after his album flopped. This for sure had to be a humbling experience for Meek Mill, especially after calling Akademiks a little promo page and an irrelevant blog page. Because for so many years, artists always felt like they were bigger and like so entitled to the media, sending threats at them and even in some cases getting them fired from their job like a Nicki Minaj or jumped like a Meek Mill. And now that Meek Mill, his career is ice cold and it's irrelevant, now he wants to be cool with Akademiks. It took him that to realize that he needs him. He needs a promo page to keep his career relevant.
Meek Mill, I hope this is a humbling point in your career. Every time I've ever heard you talk like you run rap. You don't. You talk like you Nipsey. You're not. You talk like because you got the empowerment by Rock Nation, whoever else, maybe even Jay-Z. You think when you say something it happens. It doesn't.
But these are my thoughts and opinions on the whole situation. I hope y'all liked it. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day.